capitalize on some of this utility and FNS. Felix gets involved!
They need to get in a spot to even deny this in the first place. Nucleus, he has managed to get a couple, but he expects someone on it, and they will stick it all.
What's up, y'all? I'm Byron Kent, and welcome to Nucleus Esports. We give you the latest news and highlights around the esports world. But today, we got the BCT Lock In, which is Valorant. We also got the CDL previews to the qualifiers of the next major, and a little roster update. We also got the RLCS Winter Cup, just the preview though. So, let's get into it. Monday was the start of the Valorant Lock In Major hosted in Brazil. And the finals to this event won't be held until March 4th. So it'll be a few weeks until we get to see who takes home that $100,000 prize pool. But let's look at a couple matches from earlier this week.
Should we open for long here?
Look at
Retake coming through.
Yeah, this is early. This is super early. Not safe in those post plants either. They want to get the blood drawn now. Now, yes, Wolfen's on the side, but he needs to get a frag, and he does, but only one. The back line hits, and it's Shados battering down NRG.
Wow,
Gorgeous
in there from NRG. This is problematic here. I haven't got that same pop from CT this time around.
They absolutely don't. There's very little pressure coming in unison here. Victor finally feels it coming in through the top of Garage. That looks like a high priority, and yes, the paranoia catches, so they do manage to start taking in towards Garage. Looking towards CT, they don't have to find the same success. Crash is holding them back with a second. Now Coldamenta needs to do some serious work to his own devices. Actually able to get to safety, not punished either. Koi struggling to capitalize on some of this utility and FNS. Felix gets involved! Loses his head, but takes down one with him.
When they're looking to spin the wheel, B site will be their focus point here.
There's so much of it on the ground still. Wolfen's going to take a fair amount of damage here. Softened up, comfortable for Victor. No sweat for him. The smoke into play, and Koi gets sent back. They did not find the impact, but they can't even quickly springboard. Still util in towards Garage. Position now noted. They're not finding what they need here, but a quick flex towards C. Again, do they dare keep doing this? And Victor, he's on the hunt. He's feeling confident. He's got the boys beside him. Tracks on the flank, can only do so much. Finds one. What is that from Victor?
Oh my god!
What in God's name is that? Coldamenta now surrounded. He's dead. He's buried. And Victor sends him to his...
And then try to catch them off guard. I don't know that we'll see it again, but it wasn't spotted. There's the slow orb going out. They wait a second, they let it bloom, let the player look elsewhere, and here's the dash. They tried to get on top yellow, did make it. Patino doesn't get the kill though. The punish is huge.
Yeah, and this time the Jules, they're going the way of DFM.
To use a lockdown, you know that's going to be called in right away. Hunter's Fury fired out. And not catching it. Not catching players, not doing a whole lot, and as they try to leave, they're all being picked off.
Oh, there's a res available, but they need to get in a spot to even deny this in the first place. Nucleus, he has managed to get a couple, but he expects someone on it, and they will stick it all the way through. A nice attempt.
Maybe we can just get a couple kills. Maybe we can buy space for the flank. You never know. And it was Anthem that went down. That did take their turret out of play.
Oh, what
No.
a crime! He goes through. They've been delaying in every single round. Instead, they fully rotated. They gambled. They threw their players into this A site.
Clearing out this pit is so difficult, but they've got the numbers. And we've seen wild sprays land massive value before. Cloud, patient as can be. There's the spray. It's coming damn close. But for now, Suggest survives.
Oh,
the
no.
last man standing. The pit's down. The spray. It's wild. It's out of control. And so are Giants.
Some fire highlights. Definitely rooting for North America. So shouts out to NRG for moving on in the first round. Well, now let's move on to some Call of Duty. We know FaZe won last week's major, and we can preview this weekend's upcoming qualifying matches. Take a look at it. The Subliner and the Rockhart, who played each other in the first round of the last major, but the Rockhart came out on top. But the Subliners have the overall better record, so this should be an interesting rematch for the qualifiers. Next, we got Optic Texas versus LA Gorillas. And this will be the first time we get to see the newest addition to Optics and a young star that they grabbed from the amateur circuit. So, interesting to see if he got what it takes, to make it to that next level. And Sunday's match, it's a no-brainer. The LAD versus the Atlanta FaZe is a rematch of the Boston 2 Major, so definitely gonna be a cracking one. I don't want to miss that. Well, and that star that got added to Optic Texas roster is Ghost, but in doing so, they had to drop Ely. Ghostly's from the amateur challenge circuit and definitely looking forward to a possible CDL star. We'll see how that move worked for Optic this upcoming weekend. But let's move on to some ALGS news, where SSG, or Spacestation Gaming, will be leaving the Apex scene after a 4-year run and making a good amount of money doing it. OG organization Spacestation Gaming has announced their departure from Apex Legends Esports after 4 years, with just under 250,000 in total winnings and a multiple top 10 finishes in the ALGS Championship. SSG has been consistently competitive in the scene. However, they placed 16th in the ALGS of the 2023 Split 1 playoffs. The CEO stated that they will be exiting competition. SSG has also shared the exact reason for their departure and steps required if they decide to make a comeback. This news is sure to shake up the esports community, as SSG has been a significant player in the Apex Legends scene for a long time. This weekend is the RLCS 2023 Winter Cup. And here is some upcoming matches that you can look forward to. Beware the champions of the winter opening, and they start off in Group A. Then we got Group B, Group C, last but not least, Group D. Don't miss out on some exciting Rocket League action, but if you do, we'll have the highlights here for you next week. But that'll be all for our show. I'm your host, Byron Kent, and this is Nucleus Esports.